Welcome back to Free Unbiased News. I'm sure you heard about the madness happening in the stock market last week, but I've seen a lot of people who don't fully understand how it works. Today we're going to briefly explain why Robinhood restricted their customers from buying certain stocks and hopefully give you a better understanding of what's going on. Let's get started. So you have a person who wants to buy a stock, let's say GameStop. So they use a brokerage like Robinhood. Robinhood collects the person's deposit and goes to a clearinghouse. In this case, Robinhood has its own clearinghouse, which is a separate firm, but it's owned by the same people. For those of you who don't know, a clearinghouse is a financial institution formed to facilitate the exchange of payments and securities. The clearinghouse says, okay, cool. We'll buy this stock for the customer. On the other end, another clearinghouse will be involved with another brokerage and another person who's wanting to sell their stock. So on the left side, the clearinghouse will find and buy the stock, but it takes 2 days for those trades to settle. Meaning, however much is bought here, the clearinghouse has to have 2 days worth of money to front the money for all these trades. Now, when they buy a security, let's say they buy it for $100, the clearinghouse will tell Robinhood, hey, we're going to buy this stock for you, but we're going to need some collateral. So Robinhood will give them, let's say 20% or $20, whatever the requirements are. Then the clearinghouse buys the security and sends it over to the customer. Now the customer doesn't see any of this. When you buy a stock, it's immediate. You buy it, you got it right away. But that's not actually what's happening, and it takes days for those trades to settle in the background. So what happened with certain stocks this week is that some stocks became so volatile and the amounts of trades became so high that the clearinghouse, to cover themselves and their risk tolerance, they said, hold on, wait a second. We need to hold way more collateral to buy these securities. So they tell Robinhood, if you want us to buy these for you, you're going to have to put up, in some cases, 100% of the money as collateral. Now Robinhood doesn't have all these funds clearing from customers immediately, and they don't have all the money on hand to deal with these billions of trades that are coming in from people who are trying to buy these tickers like GameStop. So Robinhood doesn't have the collateral for the clearinghouse to open new positions, so Robinhood has to go to the customer and tell them, hey, listen, we have to stop you from buying these stocks. Now they didn't have to stop sales because you don't need collateral for a sale. No money has to be fronted on the selling end. That would be this clearinghouse's problem. So this explains the Robinhood CEO's comments on this, saying that the decision to restrict customers had nothing to do with anybody telling them what to do. It had to do with market dynamics, which would mean volume and volatility, or the price of the stocks. He also mentions the clearinghouse deposit requirements as per regulations. So as the volume increases and the volatility increases, Robinhood doesn't have the money to secure the trades, so the trades stop. One other question I wanted to answer here is how a company could be 150% shorted. So just a quick and simple answer, let's just say that there are 10 shares of a company, and let's say that 6 of those shares are owned by employees and they're never going to be traded. Let's say that 4 of those shares are available for trade. So an example, let's say this guy borrows all 4 of them because he wants to short them. Now he sells those 4 shares immediately. Now let's say the next guy that gets them shorts them as well. And the next guy does the same thing. Well, now you have 120% of the market shorted on this stock, even though only 4 shares are being shorted. They are just being shorted by multiple lenders. I hope you learned something from this video, and if you think we earned it, we'd appreciate you hitting that like button. And to see more content like this, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.